Good evening to the great indoors with Ed and Michelle, and good evening to Annette. Hello, Rayola Reisner. Wow, there's an old name. You used to read my books even back when I lived in the Philippines. Wow, you've been around for a long time. Oh, the great indoors with Ed and Michelle says it's a patriotic cup. Well, yes, it is. So, I'm doing a test here. I'm kind of testing out some technology, and I would try to go live on my laptop because it has a bigger screen out of these, so I can see much better. And I don't look so old. Whatever. Hey, I've earned every gray hair in my head. Nothing to be ashamed of, right? Just like you folks. So, but this isn't working. I guess I need to do an update. I don't know. Just felt like going live. What's up, Dave DeBauer from West Palm Beach? I thought you lived in Richmond, Dave. Thumper Rabbit 4 says, not old but experienced. Yes, I like that. Make sure to get that guitar in the background. Make me look like with this long hair. Even though my son's the one who plays guitar. I used to. I was okay at it. He's better than I ever was. So here's a story for you. So my beautiful bride, Dearly, aka Giggly Girl, spent the weekend at Virginia Beach. Some of her friends, her Filipino friends, Filipinas, some of their spouses went. So me and Daniel were here alone for the weekend, and we just kind of partied last night. We stayed up really late. We listened to music, played his guitar. We would alternate between like watching like a song we wanted to hear on YouTube, and then he'd play a song he wanted to play on a guitar. That's his acoustic. He's also got an electric. My house, I'm going to show you a little bit of it. Okay, so that's the acoustic. And then he's got this electric over here. We got him. He sits there, plays his electric. And we don't have a television. Here's my messy living room. Excuse the mess, but look. We have books. Not television. We don't watch it. Turns your brains. All right. So they call it programming for a reason. Programs you don't have to think. So anyway, last night we were listening to music. He was playing guitar, and so I can't read your comments if I don't have my old man glasses on. Forgive me for my moment of weakness. I'm going to show my experience here. So we would be listening to the song, and he'd say, I can play that song. Really? He'd say, yeah. And he'd go over there, and he'd jump on his electric, and he'd play it. And I was like, wow, I had no clue you knew how to play that song. So then I was like, oh, I bet you've never heard this. So I started playing songs that I liked back in the day that he'd probably never heard. And he'd say, I can play that. And he'd go over and he'd jump on his guitar and he would play it. And I said, when did you learn how to play this song? He says, I didn't. I'm like, are you watching YouTube videos on learn how to play these songs? He goes, well, I learned how to play a lot of songs that way, but not this one. And I was like, well, then how do you know how to play that song? And he said, because I just heard it. It was like, what a stupid question. I just heard it. Wow. So he was playing trying to play this one song. What was it? I can't even remember. And he likes grunge, like Nirvana. Well, he likes Nirvana. He likes the rock songs. He can play Ozzy Osbourne, like Crazy Train, dun 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 dun. You know all that. He plays Bon Jovi. He plays Goo Goo Dolls because that's the kind of stuff I like. But he likes to play Nirvana and Fighters. So anyway, he was trying to play this one song. He was trying to learn it from tablature. Tablature. For those of you who don't play guitar, you can find it on the internet. It shows you where to put your fingers in what frets. So he's trying to play this one riff, and it was he said, "Dad, this is the most uncomfortable finger position ever." And I said, "Well, I couldn't do it." He was like bending his hand this way. He goes, "It'd do it like this," and he flips his hand around and hits the strings in the proper frets and the proper like where they was supposed to be, and it sounded just like the note he was looking for. I was like, well, yeah, that sounds just like it. And so this riff like this, it's like this riff. Then he go like that for that one, and then do that, and he could do it at speed, and it was amazing. Um, I was like, wow, you're playing the guitar like upside down. He goes, oh yeah, I can do that. He says, you know this song, right? And he plays Crazy Train from Ozzy Osbourne. He's like, dun 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 dun. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, watch this. Puts his hand upside down on the fret bar. He's like, dun 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 dun. It sounded exactly the same. And I'm like, wow, do you like actually spend time practicing playing the guitar upside down like that? And he goes, no. He says, why would I waste my time doing that? The notes are all the same. You're pushing down in the same spots. And he goes, watch this. So then he plays something else. And he goes, all I do to play it upside down is this. And he puts his hand up here and plays it upside down. And it sounded exactly the same. So my mind was blown. But I had this big aha moment. I had this aha moment. And I said, that's why my kid does not go to the public schools, because he clearly has a creativity and a talent and a skill and a natural form of intelligence that they would make sure he didn't by the time the day was done. Okay? Because it's all about structure, it's all about everybody being the same, everybody being the same. You're all going to do the same thing the same way. So when that kid says, well, this is a very uncomfortable hand position, it would be easier just to do it like this. Nope, psh, nope, nope. And they would kill that fire, that drive, that natural intelligence, that natural ability. Hey, Catitude, what's up? I just put my eyes on so I can see. Yeah, you love Ozzy Osbourne? Rock on. I saw Ozzy in concert in 1996 at Star Lake Amphitheater in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It was the Retirement Sucks tour. He had retired, but then he came out of retirement. Retirement sucked. Yeah. God bless Ozzy. You know, he's not in health right now. So anyway, um, I lost half the people when I was in public schools. Let me tell you, I'm not anti-public school. I am anti telling a kid they can't do something. I am anti telling anybody, oh, well, no, that's not the way that might be your natural way of doing things, but this is the way it needs to be done because this is how everybody else does. That's what I'm against, because that leads to misery. That's why you got 85% of the population doing everything they thought they were supposed to be doing, everything they were told they were supposed to do, and they can't figure out why they're miserable. That's where that leads to, and that's what I'm against. Let people be themselves. If your child, or if you as an adult, if you have a skill. So anyway, I was thinking about this last night when I saw my son do that with the guitar. I thought that is amazing, and that's incredible that he can do that. And I'm grateful. Yep, I tell you, when I bash the public schools, half the people drop off. Must have a lot of teachers on this channel. I don't know. Uh, oh, here we go. Lamac gets it, saying preach. Catitude saying exactly. You know, who is it? It's funny. Let me tell you, there's only one socio demographic you're allowed to bash anymore in this society, and that's poor whites. Poor whites. Not a protected group. And so if you think about these poor whites, because I was thinking about this last when I saw my done this, or when I saw my son doing this on the guitar. Think about people in Appalachia, the Deep South, and everywhere really. Folks who are at home, maybe they're not going out and working because they've been given a label. They've been told they're disabled. They have a disability, and because of that disability, they've been given, Social Security disability. And because of that disability, maybe they've been put on a medication. So you have all these people, and hey, we can bash the hell out of these people, right? Oh, uneducated, non college educated whites or whatever. Um, how many of them had a talent or a gift or a skill or who could have done something differently than everybody else in a very special way? The way my son can turn his hand upside down on that guitar neck and play notes because this way doesn't make sense to him, but this way did. And so he still accomplishes the mission. How many of these people sitting around after having been told they're disabled, they're not good enough because they're not like everybody else? How many of them were that, or how many was that kid in that classroom who had that skill, who this didn't make sense to them, so they did it this way, and then they were told, no, you either do it exactly the same way everybody else does, or you can't. And I said, well, actually, teacher, I can't do it every way everybody else does. But if I do this, I can do it just as good as them. No, you're not allowed to do it that way. And if you insist, you will be punished. Okay, so they stop insisting. Don't want to be punished, but they just can't do it this way. So they get stuck with a label. They get stuck with, and that label they're stuck with sticks with them. Okay, and it demotivates them. It it takes out the fire, the flame of just, hey, put up with the group. I can't do that the way they do, but if I adjust this way because I'm a little different than them, I can do it this way. But you're told, no, you can't do it that way because that's different. You either keep up with the group doing the same thing, the entire groups, or you get left behind. How many people in our society were convinced at an early age that they couldn't, even though they could, because they were different? I thought of that. I thought of that last night after I saw my son do that, and I said to myself, "Thank God we homeschooled this kid." Uh, yeah. So anyway, let me put my eyeballs on. That's just my thoughts for the evening. Lost a bunch more people. Must be a lot of teachers on here. All right, what's everybody saying? Lynn Scooby Doo says howdy. Hey, Alyssa Parish Rock fam, says Pure Talent. Alyssa, you're down in Australia, aren't you? Wow, it's been a while since I've done this, but I remember you guys. Let's see here. Lamac says trades can make you more than someone with a degree. I have a master's and FD. I don't know what that is. Folks make more money than me, and I knew that when getting in. Alyssa says exactly. Schools are the reason so many kids don't get to pursue a talent or something they're very good at. Yeah, I agree with you, Alyssa. It's all about conditioning. So, Lynn Scooby Doo, my father told me, get as much education as you can if you are going to work for someone else, and start as early as you can with a trade and or working for yourself. Yeah, listen, when you work for someone else, you're pissing away your time to make somebody else rich. That's why I don't have a job. I mean, that's why I do what I do. My job is social media, content creation, writing. It's like if I'm going to put in my time and my hours, time that I'm taking away from my family, it's going to be to benefit me, not some corporation or business owner. I'm the guy that's getting the fruits of my labor. You know what I mean? Yeah, Lamax says here that a lot of teachers would agree with me and they're frustrated with their job. That is true. I mean, I talked to them, and they're like, I know. They're like, and I was having a conversation with a woman recently who spent 30 some years in teaching. And she says, she said, I saw everything evolving and changing, and I knew I should have gone with it, but the system, the education system didn't. So she agreed with me in that basically we're educating our children in the public school system today to be successful in the past, but you're not preparing them for the present, man. Let me tell you, I told this. Who did I don't know. I was talking to somebody, talking to a lot of people now that it's football season. I'm around other people a lot more. There are uncountable public high school students in uncountable public high schools around this country, okay, who are making more money than their principal. The principal is the highest paid dude or woman in the school. There are more, as far as the people that work for the school go. There are students in those schools making multiple times more money than their principals because they're doing it on social media. They're doing something on the internet. My son has a 13-year-old friend, a $1,500 drone that he flies to take video of property for real estate agents for payment. I mean, there's so many ways out there and he, what else? He edits videos, 13 years old. He edits videos for content creators, people who do what I do. I don't care. I don't edit my videos. I just push record, and then at the end I push end. We get what we get, on the video. But for a lot of people who are concerned about like, whatever editing, this kid charges them money. This 13-year-old little child, and he comes to our house regularly. Our son hangs out with him, and he's always asking me, "Hey, Kevin, what about this?" What I'm like, dude, you know more than me. He's in middle school, and he's making more money than his middle school principal. So what I'm telling you is this crap. Whatever, whatever. Let me read some comments. All right. Okay, so Lynn Scooby Doo says her nephew is homeschooled, started his fellowship in hand orthopedic surgery at UCLA. Wow. Homeschool kid going to UCLA. And she says it's all about motivation. Yeah, it is. It's different times, folks. It's a different world. Yoda says, how do I get quick money? I'm 16 and I've been places, but no one will hire me. All right. Hey, Yoda. What's up, Popo? You're a state policeman trying to see if I'll form a relationship with a minor. Not going to happen. Catitude. I like unedited videos better. Yeah, because you get to see the real stuff. You know? Janine Graham. Hi from Aussie. Yoda. LMAO. All right, Yoda. If you really are a 16-year-old kid and you're applying for jobs, you can't get one. I don't understand that because there's help wanted signs everywhere in my town, everywhere I look. Lynn Scooby Doo, did you hear about a creator on YouTube that made enough on gaming videos to pay for his trek Mount Everest? Check out his channel, Ryan Mitchell. I have not, but yeah, I mean it's commonplace. It's commonplace, and anybody can do it. Anybody with and I don't understand why a lot of older folks aren't doing it. I'm a Gen Xer. I'm 50. I know a lot of you folks are older than me. We can do it too. We didn't grow up with this technology. I had to do it. I was talking to a woman the other day, a psychiatrist. She's not my psychiatrist. She just happens to be a psychiatrist. And I was talking to her. And we were talking about my time in the Philippines, how we were down and out. And Dearly and I were talking about it tonight. About how our kid went to bed fed every night, but me and her couldn't sleep because we were so hungry. Our bellies were growling so much the noise would wake us up. It was terrible. Our rent was $75 a month in our little house, and I was behind, and I had to go beg the landlady not to evict me. And she would laugh and smile, and she was a wonderful woman. She was like a 90-year-old Filipina lady, and all of her siblings lived in the U.S. And so she was one of the few people over there who understood that not people are rich Americans. So she'd cut me slack. It was just, they were our darkest days, but they were our best days because that's where we found out who we were. Let me tell you, life ups and downs, ups and downs. It's mountain peaks and it's valleys. It's mountain peaks and it's valleys. And when you're down, when you're in that valley, let me tell you, that's where the lessons are to be learned. When you're on that mountaintop, you get hungry, there's no food up there, no water up there, there's nothing up there. It's just you. The valley is where the nutrients is. That's where the nutrition is. That's where the streams are. That's where the berries grow. That's where the rabbits hop under the bramble. That's where you consume the nutrients of the lessons of life. So that was our lowest point since we've been together as a family, and that's where we've learned more. We lived in a town called Digos, Digos. Digos. It was in the Philippines. It's in Mindanao, the southernmost island, the one that's like hotspot for terrorists and Islamic radicals and all these different groups. It was going into the jungle to dig up roots to boil into a soup to be able to eat. On top of all that, we always had to worry about our kid getting kidnapped for ransom because as down and out as I was and as little as nothing had, I was a white foreigner, so I was considered rich. And they figured, if we take his kid, he'll give us 10,000 US dollars to get his kid back. So there was that on top of the adjunct third world poverty. So I was, and what's this have to do with anything? I told that psychiatrist the other day, she said, "Oh, how did you get out of there?" I have no supportive family. My family of origin and I are estranged, and that's a good thing. Trust me. Uh, I knew the only way for me to get out of that situation and to get my family to this beautiful place. This is the rotunda up here. This picture, it's the rotunda, center of the University of Virginia here in Charlottesville, Virginia. We put that there because I didn't go to UVA. My wife didn't go to UVA. We're fans of the athletic teams there because it's a hometown team. But it's representative of how far we've from those days in Digos, down and out in Mindanao, to what in USA Today is often voted as the number one favorite city in America to live in, Charlottesville, Virginia. We're here now, okay? But it's because I knew I had to. It was the only way. So I looked into social media. I heard people were making money on social media, and so I looked into it. And what I found is that they were just putting themselves out there. They were just putting themselves out there. They were being intimate. They were sharing stories about their hardships, their struggles, their pasts. And so many people could relate to that they were getting a crap ton of views and they were making money. And I said, hey, I can do that. Shit, I'll go on there. I'll air my dirty laundry. If my dirty laundry makes sure that tomorrow night, me and my wife and my kid, all three of us get to eat, I can do that. I don't got no pride. I don't have no dignity. I didn't have any dignity because I didn't have any food. People have often asked, where's your dignity? My answer is I had none. And they say, why? And I said, because I didn't have food. Makes a difference. So anyway, folks, if 50, you're 60, you're 70, you want a little bit more than what you have, do something on social media. It's here for all of us. It's here for everybody. All right, so let me read some comments. I'm going to have to jump off here, and I'm going to go hang out with my wife, who's been gone all weekend. I miss her. Hey, Ida Baker from New Mexico. I remember that. Edward Garcia. Hello, good to see you. All right, any questions? Anybody want to ask me anything? I'll give you a couple more minutes. I was kind of off on a spiel. I go off on my spiels, and I'm like, oh no, everybody left because nobody's commenting, and I've asked about that, and then they're like, well, because we're into you. I guess that's a good thing. Catitude's asking, where is Dearly? And then Ali Mondun says, you are correct in what you say. Thanks. And, it makes me think about gratitude and being grateful. And I have often harshly judged people who don't have gratitude. And I live in an area, Charlottesville. There's a lot of people who don't have gratitude. And here's why: there's a lot of privilege. There are a lot of people here who have just always had everything they've needed. They've never known what it's like to be cold in the winter. They've always had warmth. They've never known what it was like to be overly hot in the summer because they've always had air conditioning. They've never known what it's like to be hungry and not know where their next meal's coming from because they can walk into the kitchen and grab one of 50 different to put in their mouth, and the other 49 are probably going to be thrown away because they'll spoil before they'll be eaten. And I, I think, if you've always had what you've always needed, I can see why you might lack gratitude because you don't know what it's like to need something and not have it, or to need something and not have the ability to get it. Uh, You know, uh, I kind of get it. So it's not that a-holes because they're ungrateful. It's just they've always had everything they've needed. Uh, But those of us and those of you watching, because you're my people, you can relate to me or you wouldn't be here. You know what it's like to go without and not be able to just get it or have the means to get it. And that's why you're more grateful because you know what it's like not to have it. And then when you do get it, it's like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for this. So, so I can relate to that. All right, let's see what we're going on here. CJ McCann asks if I love men. CJ, I love everybody. Men, women. I love, hey, whatever. Uh, Edward's thanking me for the shout out. Been in 5 years. Allie says I have a lot of wisdom. Thank you, Allie. Stroke that ego. Yeah, and Etta says we got to be grateful for what we have. Here's a message held for review. I knew that guy was being a smart aleck, asking me if I loved men. He left a message for review that had to be reviewed, and it won't be published. He's just a joker. He's just a joker trying to be silly. Do you guys see Dearly? She's tired and not feeling well, but maybe I could bring her out. I'll try. Let me see if I can get my wife to come out. Ah, my story's about stuff in the bushes. Let me tell you, this October, I'm going to tell the actual. I don't tell any like fake stories and make stuff up. Well, I do make stuff up. I'm a writer, but I have the truest ghost ever that I've never told. I've finally put it together. I might tell it tonight. Y'all want to hear it tonight? Shit, I can't see anything anymore. I just cussed on a live stream. Oh well. Maybe I should learn to edit. Maybe I should hire my friend's kid, right? Or my kid's friend. I saw some comments. I can't. It's from staring at screens for years. This is what I've done. I've stared at screens, writing, creating, so I could feed my family. It's worth it. I would rather blind than my wife and kid be hungry. Yes, go. Sure. Love to hear your story. Sure. Going to bed. Good night. 3 out of 4 want to hear it. The other one's going to bed. All right. Let's see if I can coax my wife out to come say hi. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello to 62 people watching. Hi, guys. Annette, she said, going to night. Good night. Hello, Catitude. Hello, Debbie. Rayola. Hello, everybody. So, guys, as you can hear, I barely have voice. I just got back from my girlfriend's trip. We went to Virginia Beach. Yeah, I had so much fun. Guys, I partied last night with my friends. We only partied in our room. Yeah. And then I got drunk, guys, last night for the first time ever. I got drunk. I never drink like that. The last time I drink, guys, super long time. Yeah, very long time. So anyway, my and all my friends, so they got drunk too. We had so much fun. I just singing, talking, dancing. Yeah, that's why I barely have voice. Yeah, so much. And also the weather yesterday at the beach, it's super pretty. Yeah, I swim a lot too. Yes, I had so much fun with my friends. Yeah. How are you guys? How's your weekend? Hmm? My weekend was great. Hangover suck. I never knew this is what a hangover feels like. It's terrible. Dave DeBure. Hello. Eda, Ali, Edward, Anthony. Yeah, hello. What color is the sun? Brown, light brown? Yeah, I think light brown. Yeah, I swim long yesterday. Yeah, so I had so much fun. Yeah, it's just so very unforgettable. Oh gosh, you know my headache since this morning. Yeah, terrible. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say not gonna do it ever. I think 10 years again. 10 years. Ooh. But you know, I had fun though while I'm doing it. It's so fun. Yeah. Yeah. And then I messaged Kevin what I'm doing. And then he's like, good. Rock on. Hi, Debbie. Catitude. Yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, Kevin kept telling me because I've been complaining about my hair. And then, did you have fun, right? Said, yeah. So that's good.
Yeah, you don't have to leave, honey, because I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in there listening to you talk about your weekend,
Yeah.
and I thought, wow, she just violated every community guideline and standard on YouTube. I told her going to go live. She's like, no, you might say something stupid. I'm like, no, I'm not. Then she said, I got drunk. I drank so much last. Honey, I've got them convinced this is ice water. Hey, it's all about being real, right? FYI, this is ice water.
Anthony Wolf said, church wake party at Freakers morning. Someone home now. Good to see you now. Church wake party at Freakers. Something, what's that mean? Sorry, I didn't very understand. Eder said, oh, I understand. Anthony, good to see you now. Home now. Ah, he's home. Welcome home. Nice to see you too here, Anthony. Eda Baker, yes, rock on. Yeah, rock on.
Rock on. Hey, kids, rock and roll.
Edward.
Gone.
You, Annie, Edward said, you guys crack me up. Oh, you guys.
Guys, crack them up.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of feel weird doing live on
Yeah, I'm
YouTube.
testing some technology.
It's been a long time.
It has, and I'm just trying to think of some different because I'm getting bored.
Don't get bored, honey. I'm
Well,
here.
just the same old,
I'm just
the same
joking.
old, same old, man. It's like when you do the same thing over and over and all that.
I'm just joking.
So I think I'm going to go live on Facebook next, just for the heck of it. I know Catitude hates Facebook because of the censorship, and it's true. I gotta watch my P's and Q's over there. I cannot let any of our traditional family values shine there.
Honey,
What?
it's like level is censored. I feel like we look alike. Come on. Like
You feel like we look alike?
yeah, like our shape of our isn't it? I'm your
Do
brown
you
version.
realize you're
No,
Asian and I'm white?
I'm a brown version.
You're a brown version of me? Okay.
Oh my goodness, this is kind of fun.
So you think we're like twinning right now?
Yeah, we're twinning. Twinning. You have long hair, I have a rock star, honey.
Yeah, okay. Put my hair down.
Oh, see? See that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see it. I get it. I see what you
Wow, my hair is very long. You
Yes,
see?
I love it.
Told you.
She wants to get her hair cut short, but that's stupid.
It's hot, it's heavy.
Who cares? Fall's coming, winter's coming.
Somebody missed me here. The Chronicles of Drew Bear. Hello.
The Chronicles of Drew Bear. Hey there, Chronicles of Drew Bear. That's Drew. Also Pyro, you got another user ID on here, right?
Hello.
You guys go follow the channel, The Chronicles of Drew Bear. He's trying to start out in social media and give him a help.
Kathy Chen said that do not cut your hair. Sorry, because my hair grows fast.
It does grow, but I just don't. I tell you, man.
This one, it's only 1 year. Look, see how long is that?
Yeah.
1 year. Yeah, I have a really good hair. Like what you call this?
It grows very quickly.
Yeah.
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 This is what is this? 2 years?
Yeah, I
Almost
think
2
yours
years.
is 2 years.
It's crazy, guys. At the beginning of every football season, I go in and the coaches are talking to the team. We're talking about how great we're going to do this year. And so I always go in, and it happened again this year. Football team. I go in, I say, guys, if we win the championship this year, I'm going to let you guys cut off my hair. And you're like, no, coach. We don't want to cut off your hair. Your hair's awesome. Keep your hair. Want to cut off your hair? Maybe, honey, I should start saying, if you guys don't win the championship this year, I'm going to cut off my hair.
Yeah, like opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh. Why did it take me 3 years to figure that out?
Yeah.
Crap, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to go back in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I really had fun talking to you. I gotta leave. King is back. Guess who's back?
Back again. Shady's back.
Tell a friend. Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Nah, nah, nah. Look, I almost made the fatal mistake of putting my hair in a man bun, but I caught myself. There is no reason to wear a man bun. Just stop it. Get a freaking haircut or wear a ponytail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, guys, I gotta go. Thank you guys so much for being here. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you for your guest appearance.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye. What's this mean? You're hot? No, I'm kidding. All right. So, guys, I'm going to shut this down, address comments. We truly are testing some technology here, and this has been enjoyable. And thank you all for coming out. But if you go over to Facebook, go to Sick Twisted Humor. I'm going to go live here for a few minutes because I'm testing out some technology. Okay? Because they're always updating crap. And like, WTF, man. Just leave it alone. But hey, if they'd have just left it alone, we wouldn't be where we are now, would we? All right. Are there Bigfoots like Cousin It, says Anthony Wolf. Oh, I don't know. Good night. Rayola. Yeah, Etta agrees with me. No man buns. Good night, everybody. Edith Swagger says, keep the hair, Kevin. I was watching videos last at night because I couldn't sleep. You look weird to me with short hair now. You know, I had long hair in college. It was down on my nipples. It's longer now than it was then, barely by a little bit. And I was graduating and I had to go get a real job and blah, blah, blah. So I had to cut it off. Well, guess what? I don't need no real job now because the internet and social media, it's a wonderful thing. It's liberating. I can be me and do what the heck I want to do and just make money doing, take care of my family and live my life. And I don't have to get a haircut. It's wonderful. It's like I can be real. It's wonderful. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for being. I'm gonna go over to Facebook, Sick Twisted Humor, for 20 minutes or so. Then we're gonna go. What we're gonna go watch. Last night, before my son and I started partying, because at night music, maybe we'll watch a movie. Dearly and I will watch a movie, or we'll watch a series. We just finished The Haunting of Bly Manor on Netflix. She wasn't here, so I wanted to watch something different, and so I looked up some old Saturday Night Live clips from when Saturday Night Live actually funny, like from like the 1990s before this. Well, political correctness was alive and well in 1990s. That's when it came out. But cancel culture didn't exist yet. And so you could say things that was hilarious and everybody laughed because they knew it was a joke and nobody got offended and made sure that the world never saw you again. You know what I mean? So I was watching all these old SNL Jeopardy clips where Will Ferrell was Alex Trebek, and you had that one guy who was Sean Connery, and you had Norm Macdonald playing the part of Burt Reynolds, K.A. Turd Fergburger. Norm Macdonald, rest his soul. I think he was one of the funniest human beings that ever lived. He died a few years back. He was 63. I never knew this about him, but he was a compulsive gambler. He broke. He made millions of dollars during his career, but he just gambled and gambled. The house always wins. The house always wins. I don't even play the lottery. You know what the lottery's for? The lottery's a way for the state to get their welfare dollars back. Yeah. So the state gives out all this money in welfare, and then they have the lottery and they get it back. That's all that is. The house wins. All right. Put your money, if you got some extra, in a high yield savings account. Go to Credit Karma. They're paying 5.1% right now. Not sponsored, just telling you. And then if that builds up and you got it to buy some blue chip stocks that pay dividends. Yeah, but don't gamble. Don't buy scratch off tickets and lottery tickets. You're never going to win that game. All right. Love you too, Michael Russell. Edith Swagger. Those of us who suffer with big fat Irish mouth are always too real for most people. My name's Kevin, and my ancestors come from Ireland. My father's side comes from England. My mother's side comes from Ireland. I know all about that big fat Irish mouth. I'm third generation. Yeah. We don't have a lot of friends, but here's the good news. The friends we have are true friends. The faker you are, the bigger your circle will be. The more real you are, the smaller your circle will be. And I have 5 buddies, I can count their names on one fist, than 100 who would never show up when I needed them. All right. See you for more next time from the most awesomest homesteading channel on the planet that has nothing to do with homesteading. Homesteading Off the Grid.